Ṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ bá jó, ṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ bá jó, olúwa mi ò dìde ojó ṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀.
But, you know, I'm an altaholic, so if we could do that, I would definitely send some alts as sacrifices. And hey, that's what religion is for, Phantom X.
Yeah, so you want to go into that question? I guess
I'm just saying it pops up if we're talking about sacrifices. Sometimes you just have to go for the joke.
Yeah, we can actually. It's a good transition to another question that had come up. I think the question was, what are the benefits of the religious system, and can you change your religion? The simplest answer is yes, there are benefits that will apply to you, and yes, you can change, but you will lose progress, obviously, in what you've already done previously. I think the exact word, top-tier access of religion, is to obtain unique augments that stack upon your secondary class augments. My question, help, I'm being repressed. So this is where I come into this, and I don't know if that's in regards to this, but my immediate reaction, because I tend to try to not be all like, yay, everything you do is gold and I'm always super happy, is, well, what if I don't want to have a religion? Like that is I think a viable option. Every game most games you can be agnostic. So am I all of a sudden at a disadvantage because I choose not to go that route? Should there be a benefit to choosing to be not a certain religion?
I would hope so. I'm going to bring up Final Fantasy Tactics as the example. If you dropped your character's faith all the way to 0, you were immune to magic. So it was actually a really fun exploit. You get your fighter, your 100 brave, 0 faith. They're just a freaking tank out there. They're smashing wizards and shrugging off magic. Sure, you've got auto potion equipped, so they're never going to die. I like that. I like the idea that agnosticism allows you to build your resolve against the powers of faith and be able to nullify it.
But wait, isn't a potion magic?
It's not a cast spell. It's a alchemy. There's physical reactions going on. It's not a wizard going through the air.
It's alternative science.
Sure. I mean, they had guns in that game too. So yeah, sure.
Okay.
I mean, hey, I'm going to play the game to however it benefits me. And if there's really no big disadvantage, and I choose not to follow a religion, that's fine. I can role play that, right? But
as far as I know, there's nothing pushing you to follow a religion. That's not, I think being an atheist, it makes you crazy. Because the gods are
in a world where gods are tangible. Yeah, I agree.
But that doesn't mean you have to follow any of them. That doesn't mean you have to worship any of them. You can believe in them and not worship them. And I don't think there's a penalty for not worshiping one.
Yeah, but that comes to the question: is I don't know how to word it. Is it an unfair disadvantage because everyone else gets an advantage?
I don't think everybody will be following a religion or following a god.
I don't think you're min-maxing, right? I'm not a min-maxer.
I don't think everybody will. Yeah, I don't think and that's why it should be the RPG of an MMO, right? So you should be role-playing and not everybody will be role-playing.
I guess the other question for me is, how unified are the religions? Are we going to have like a few major religions that are spanning, most of the game, and then there's a few smaller religions here and there in a few different regions? Or is it going to be everybody's got their own, personal religion that they're building up and trying to get other people to join?
Well,
and
we're
then with
following
that-
specific gods, so it depends on how many people push the particular god, and it's going to be different on every server. It's
Well,
going to be
right,
different in
but
every region.
you might worship Marduk differently than I worship Marduk, and it might be that we both go with Marduk's teachings, but apply them in different ways.
I don't think so, because we have specific things that we'll have to do in order to build the religion. So I think the worshiping aspects won't be very different. We'll have to see, but I don't think so.
Well, I mean, I guess that's really the question I have is what's the variance or the uniformity of religion going to be? Like, is it going to be something where if a religion gets big enough, it ascends to the point where it's got its own pope or something? Like, yeah?
For sure, yep.
I hope not.
There's a benefit to having the most religious, doing the most quests or whatever. So yeah, you move up through a hierarchy and you get kind of like mayor type benefits. It's not quite at mayor level, I don't think, but that kind of idea. There is some kind of hierarchy for doing the most religious quests. Yeah.
I'm suddenly just, again, this whole idea of role playing. I had a whole sort of scenario set up to the other game we used to cover. I think I might just pull that into here, and I can incorporate it into that. I will follow this religion, and I will be a unfaithful follower. I will do it only for the recognition, and we'll see where that gets me. It's just an interesting question. This idea of being forced into a religion. I'm trying to think of other games that have, had significant interactions with this. EverQuest, of course, you could pick religion that did have some influence. I'm trying to think of what else. It probably doesn't matter, but.
Yeah, and so when I think of games with religion, I'm thinking of primarily World of Warcraft, which was always disappointing to me because I would play a druid and there would be a couple of quests where you have to heal things. Well, my favorite was Cataclysm. I really did feel like I was a druid trying to heal the world. But it's frustrating to play a druid and not be able to heal and not get any credit for healing diseased animals or NPCs or whatever. Like there should be more stuff to heal outside of combat, in my view. So I'm hoping we do see more of that and more class-specific quests that aren't just combat related. In Ashes, but wow, and Neuro can attest to that. By the way, I played D&D. I often try to use skills to avoid combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wish that there didn't have to be such a focus on combat in order to proceed and play a role. There are different roles than just combat, and that's what we have crafting is for and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
I've suddenly have this idea in my head now, and maybe I shouldn't share it, but I have this idea of role playing into somehow being in a religion, working my way up the hierarchy within that religion. And I know part of the answer to that question included that there will be quests and other things unique to the religions and also to where you are within that religion. I don't know how that affects advancement of the religion and other things like that, but suddenly I'm having this idea of being this faithless one and constantly failing at the quests that advance that religion to see what happens.
you should try it. That's how I end up with 24 alts.
I don't want 24
Let's test
alts.
this. I know you don't, but I'm saying that's the mentality that leads me to do all that. What if I try this? Yeah.